going on, everyone? It's time to talk about horror stuff again, finally. Actual horror films, more zombie films. I have about 12 roughly zombie vampire type films that I want to check out. Old, well, they're all old, but like they're not like most of them are like 60s, 70s era. So to check out and see. So let's talk about the first one I checked out. T- Today I'm going to be talking about Mutant. It was released August 24th, 1984, starring Bo Hopkins, Wings Hauser, and Jodie Medford. Produced by Ego Cantor and Dick Clark. Written by John C. Cruz, Peter Z. Orton, and Michael Jones. And is directed by John Cardos, who's a B movie mastermind. And he's done other films like Kingdom of the Spiders with William Shatner, The Daytime Ended, The Dark, Outlaw of Gore, and a whole pile of others. So yeah, Mutant is a very basic horror film creature feature. You follow two brothers who are on a road trip, and they basically end up like getting in a little scuffle with some townsfolk driving, and end up crashing their convertible into a river and have to spend the night in a small town. So they come, but there's something off about the small town. There's not very many people. The town drunk's the only one that they run into, and then they run into the local sheriff, who doesn't believe him when they see like him like passed out or like beaten to death and stuff near the train tracks. And yeah, but they end up spending the night in this like bed and breakfast type thing. But then one of the brothers disappears, and it's up to the older brother to find out where he is, and it's like a whole mystery set on where his brother went and what's going on. So he teams up with the local uh, waitress at the bar, who is actually not. She's actually pretty cute in this film. This is from the '80s too, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, so they work together, and then they slowly try to piece together what's going on, because some of the townsfolk are coming back as like these like zombie-ish ghouls and stuff, and yeah, basically are terrorizing them, and they're trying to figure out why it's happening, and yeah, what's going on, and how to move on from it. Anyways, so it's a typical like almost like creature feature premise, but the way they structured it with the mystery and stuff, it was pretty well done. The acting is pretty good. It's your typical B movie acting, but overall, I thought it was pretty decent. I love the music and the atmosphere in this film. It is very well done. It sets the mood perfectly. Yeah, like I said, the atmosphere is pretty well done. There's some pointless scenes to help build the atmosphere, but yeah. And overall, some of the characters were pretty entertaining and stuff too. There are a lot of annoying characters in it though, and once the zombie ghouls start coming, they don't look that good. It looks just super cheap and ridiculous. But they definitely, the one thing I really enjoyed about this film is that they try to take something basic that's been done so much and do something a little differently. Like when they touch something, it burns. It's like acid. And yeah, there's even a scene that's like actually a pretty like dark scene for this type of film, where the main chick is sitting in a car waiting for the guy to scope something out, and it's a foggy night, and the ghouls start coming up, and they're touching the windows, and their fingers actually seep through the glass and stuff. That was really well done for practical effects and everything. The makeup is a little cheesy and cheap looking, and for some reason they bleed some yellow goo from the palm of their hands. But yeah, I might spoil some of this film, by the way, starting now. So just so you're aware, but yeah, basically once they figure out what's going on, that this evil company is pouring toxic waste into the get rid of it into the water that the town's been drinking. It's kind of it was an interesting and good setup, but it's kind of basic, that the way they wrapped it all up and stuff. But yeah, it's definitely, you can see a lot of influence from like modern horror directors like Eli Roth, for example, who did Cabin Fever, which has a similar premise, except it was a flesh-eating disease, not zombie making. But yeah, overall, this film, I thought was pretty decent for what it is. Uh, it has a good mystery. They don't like overshow anything. They say most of it for like halfway or further, and yeah, you really start feeling for the brother how he misses it, and once you see where his brother ended up and stuff, it's gut wrenching and stuff, which I really enjoyed. Half the acting was good, half of it wasn't that good. But overall, the whole structure of the story I really enjoyed. The music I enjoyed, and overall the atmosphere was pretty good too, that I enjoyed. So, yeah, the pros outweigh the cons in this one. So I'm gonna give this one a 3.5 out of 5, um, just because it could the creatures, ghouls, zombies, whatever you want to call them, could have been way better. But that's the big downfall of this film. And some people might find it a little bit boring, and yeah, and slow. So yeah, just so you're aware. But that's all I basically have to say for this. So it's a good film. I thought it was a good film. You should check it out. I love it. If you love 80s movies and stuff like that, it's one of those silly tongue-in-cheek B movies from the 80s that you should definitely check out. I'll try to link like a trailer or something down below, so you check it out if it sounds interesting to you. Also, make sure you check out my Instagram down below, where I always post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. So make sure you follow me there, because I always hide the title and a hashtag, just so you're if you're interested, and also there's the subgenre. I always post a subgenre in the film clip as well, so you're aware of it. And so yeah, follow me on Instagram, stay in the loop. Comment your opinions of this film if you've seen it down below. I'd love to hear what you thought of it. Like this video, share it so more people are aware of it, and make sure you subscribe, because to keep up with I'm going to be talking about a lot of classic zombie movies coming up. So hopefully you're down for that, and yeah, just make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out, and hopefully find some interesting films hidden in the mass canon of horror. So hopefully find some good zombie type films to check out. So till the next one, cheers.